Hey folks, this is Matt Rainwater. We're gonna do another reading today because I find those fun to do. But first, I wanted to do a little bit of groundskeeping here. I did want to update y'all. Last that I spoke, I was talking about how I didn't have any Trailer Park Warlock Tarot decks, and then I rummaged through my Jeep last week getting ready for Christmas, and while I was rummaging through my Jeep, I found two decks I didn't even know existed, and then also two holographic foil cards that I didn't know exist either. These foil cards were printed during the crowdfunding campaign, and these were given to folks, as a nice little thank you, and it's, as you can see, it's signed. Now the thing is like one of these decks is brand spanking new, still in its wrapping, and then another one has been opened. However, it does have all its contents in there. I checked. That being said, if you're interested, get in contact with me. My email is mattjrainwater@gmail.com. You can contact me there and ask, if you're interested in buying a copy. Otherwise, let's get on to the reading. And first of all, we're gonna do our ritualistic pull to see who we're doing a reading for. Gemini. All right. So Gemini, you're getting a reading. And what is the reading about? Spirit Path. Okay. Spirit Path readings are, they're kind of hard, actually, for me, because they're not career nor are they romance. They're a little more vague than that. And usually I would do the Trailer Park Warlock Tarot for that. I might do something different. This is Aleister Crowley's Thoth Tarot. I don't know. Maybe we'll do... I have been doing Thoth Tarot a lot for Spirit Path readings. And yeah, we'll do it. Okay. Here's the thing. The Thoth Tarot is weird. It has a lot of aspects to it that are sort of outside of normal sort of tarot language. And there's a lot of history behind that. Crowley had designed the Thoth Tarot for a much more like occult, esoteric purpose. So a lot of the imagery gets very odd and obscure. But I think I can walk us through it. There is a book that goes with this deck, like a big book, like a book. Not just this, but like a compendium, right? And in it, Crowley explains all of his ideas concerning tarot, but also how all the imagery in the tarot coordinates with things like Kabbalah, the I Ching, and stuff like that. And it's extremely complex, and he does a very good job of breaking down sort of all the astrological symbols associated with the tarot as well. So anyway, I don't think we're going to get... it's a Spirit Path reading, so it'll probably get weird. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to start with a personal card. Happiness. 9 of Cups. So traditionally in Rider-Waite, this is... this is not too far off from Rider-Waite in terms of, like, the intention, right? Although in Rider-Waite, it is typically more about self-satisfaction. So 9s are often a card of self. So right now, Gemini, you're feeling happy. Maybe this is the satisfaction post-holidays. It's been a great Christmas, hopefully, or a great holiday season. Let's find out. What are you happy about? Knight of Discs. So, Knight of Discs, or Knight of Pentacles, the meaning of it stays pretty much intact in Thoth Tarot. Generally somebody who is a diligent worker, somebody who's determined, very grounded earth energy. This is somebody who they set their mind on a task and they go accomplish it. And people sort of don't necessarily see this person as being either capable of this or having the mental acuity for the tasks that they complete, but they do it. Knight of Discs is a person that you can really depend on and count on. So it sounds like, Gemini, either you or somebody you know has sort of like embodied this energy. And it's certainly bringing you a lot of comfort, right? Owing to this happiness here. We can go on. What is Knight of Discs working towards? Because I think of the Knight of Pentacles as somebody who is really like, they are working towards something. And all the Knight cards are, but maybe the keyword isn't always work. For Knight, it's definitely work. Like Knight of Cups is more like out prowling around for love, or like, my favorite definition of Knight of Cups is love on the move, but there's a lot of different ways you can look at it. Knight of Wands is more of an erratic, like, not so much work as it is somebody who is going in a lot of different directions. Whereas Knight of Swords is somebody who is acting right now. It is immediate. Knight of Discs or Knight of Pentacles is not necessarily as immediate. This is somebody who is in the middle of enacting a plan. And so, like I asked, what is Knight of Discs working towards? Power. Four of Pentacles. So this is where, you get kind of a different interpretation in Thoth Tarot. A little bit different. Although I'd say the general consensus is this is kind of like a stuck energy. But we see that Knight of Discs is working towards something, and Knight of Discs is working towards something that is stable, something that's going to be around for a long time, something that is extremely dependable, just like the Knight of Discs. Perhaps this is a relationship. Perhaps this is, but more than likely this is something more to the effect of, a house. There's definitely like a house vibes here, a fort, right? A stable place to live. And so Gemini, it seems like you're happy right now because you're cultivating this. Often look at Pentacles as like a path of cultivation, of, as you can see here, like the Knight of Discs is working towards cultivating towards this stable state. And I guess the question I would ask next is, are there any roadblocks for Knight of Pentacles? Or maybe a better question to ask is, like, how is Knight of Pentacles going to get here? Worry. Five of Pentacles. So there's certainly more Pentacles energy, by the way. There's certainly an aspect here of what could get in the way, right, for Knight of Discs. And for here, the implication is really, the way I look at it is there's not really that much standing in the way of Knight of Pentacles other than the anxiety of losing it all, right? The anxiety of, just something happening in the middle of this path. But as we can see, the elements are in alignment. They're like, it's happening, right? All the Knight of Discs has to do is stay on that path. So really, the only thing that's standing in your way is your own worries, your own concern. But 5 is a card of change. 5 is a card of, it's not stuck in the same way that Four of Pentacles is, right? Which would make sense. Like you're working towards the stuck place that doesn't. I shouldn't even say stuck. The stable place. The stable place that doesn't change. That doesn't like throw all these like curveballs that life has to throw at you. A place that you can dependably rely on, and that's part of your path to happiness. Because this is your spirit path. You're working towards this happiness. Okay, next question I would ask, are there any Five of Pentacles moments that have popped up currently for Knight of Discs? Princess of Discs. Good Lord. I know I shuffled this. I'm just like, what is going on? There is so much earth energy going on. Princess of Discs is somebody who, as we can see here, is very much in control. There's a sort of thorniness to Princess of Discs. There's certainly... This is just a really cool illustration. I guess I'm getting caught up in it. But there's also like this sense of balance, as we can see here, with the yin-yang symbol. There's a sense of strength, determination, stability. This is somebody who is not letting everybody in all at once. This is somebody who is really taking their time. A very Pentacles sort of theme. Taking their time to let life happen. Like taking their time to allow it to manifest and not trying to rush things. And that might be an issue for Knight of Discs here. It seems like Knight of Discs is worrying about the Princess of Discs. Because, the Knight of Discs has a schedule. He has a calendar he's sticking to. Because he wants to get here. He doesn't want to lose it. He doesn't want it to he doesn't want anything to get in the way of this thing that he's working towards. Perhaps, I look at this right now and I go, okay, Knight of Discs is somebody who they're saving up for a down payment on a home. And they're worried that this process of savings, wearing down his princess. But the reality is the princess is just trying to balance things out for herself. And is maybe a little bit of a prickly person too. Not out of any kind of malice, but just out of just how life is sometimes in the work of these are both all this energy is career, cultivation, work energy. And so Gemini, for your spirit path, there is a very intense energy centered around just stick with it, just focus. And don't worry about the people in your life who may not be feeling great right now. They might not be as open to you or everybody else. They may not be opening up so much right now. But I bet in time things will change for Princess of Discs. We could certainly draw the next card and we can make it the final card and ask here. Success. This is Six of Discs. What? Okay, well, there you go. Hope you like Pentacles. Which is kind of odd for Gemini, right? It being an air sign. But, sometimes you find yourself in a place where you just need to be grounded. You need to center yourself. And so, Six of Pentacles, traditionally in Rider-Waite Tarot. And, there's an indication of it somewhat in this illustration, but in Rider-Waite, it's more of a card of reciprocation, of giving and receiving. Certainly, it's not ignored in this illustration because you see this very stable, equitable sort of whatever illustration, right? Everything is evenly distributed, and go, and you can kind of see. you can kind of see to a certain effect, right? Like we see all these thorns, right, emanating from the Princess of Discs, but look at the Success card, right? Look how it smooths out in time. But it does take time. And as you do your work reassuring whoever this Princess of Discs is in your life, as you do this work to reassure them, you reassure yourself and you work towards your stable state. Because everybody deserves stability in their life. Everybody deserves, that opportunity to feel like they can reliably expect the things that they want in their life to be there, right? Their home, their family. But it does take a lot of work, and it does take a lot of diligence, and you can't rush it at all. And that's certainly what I'm getting from this reading is right now, Gemini, don't get caught up in the worry. Stick with what is making you happy. Stick with what is bringing you a lot of happiness and peace in your life right now. Remain diligent in your work. Remain, steadfast, like in your purpose, and you'll get there. Even when it seems like, the person you love here. There's a very interesting sort of, archetypal story or narrative in this reading too. Of a knight going on an errant quest, to build something for his princess. I always find that kind of interesting. But like I said, don't get caught up in the worries. It's all going to work out. It's all going in your favor. And I think that's all I got for tonight. I will conclude to say that either January 1st or January 2nd, I'm going to do like a general reading for just everybody on the channel for the year to come. Of course, that's going to apply very differently for each of y'all. But I just like this idea. We will see how it turns out when that time comes. Until then, I hope y'all are having a great holiday. And y'all have eaten even more sweets than I have. Good Lord. I have eaten so much in the last 2 days. And also watched a lot of Seinfeld. Like way more Seinfeld than I expect to be watching for Christmas. Anyway, I hope y'all are having a good one. And I will talk to y'all again soon. All right? Bye.